segment of the day. This one should be pretty fun. We've talked about we've hit on a lot of more serious topics and discourse. So I feel good about moving on to this. There was a Nick Fuentes fan, a fan of white nationalist grifter Nick Fuentes, who recently was confronted by a Jewish UFC fighter who he was talking crap to on Twitter. And this has happened a handful of times where people have talked a bunch of crap online to boxers or UFC fighters, and then the UFC fighters are actually like, all right, come out to my gym. And then if the people actually show up, they just get mauled. But this one I thought was extra interesting because the guy was a white supremacist or whatever. So the guy who fought him is Nathan Levy. He's from Tel Aviv. Unfortunately, he's a supporter of the Israeli apartheid state. So, I definitely don't agree with this guy on everything. But we will give him the benefit of the doubt, or we'll give him a pass just for now so we can watch him beat up this Nick Fuentes follower. And I don't know if we'll have much commentary on this, but it should be fun to watch. It should be epic and based, as the kids say. So I'll play it at 1.25 here. And this is Nathan Levy's record. He's 8-1. Currently fights for the UFC. He was on Dana White's Contender Series. Seems to be a pretty good fighter. He calls himself he says he does Jiu-Jitsu, as in Jew, Jew Jitsu. So funny play on words there. Let's watch this Karmic Justice.
My little brother here is going to troll. To my surprise, he DM'd me. Told me he's coming to town. He's my sparring partner for today. Why were you talking shit about Jews? Lesson has to be taught here about trolling.
He hasn't watched film on me. I have striking, I have power, I have the size.
So this is just what I imagine every Nick Fuentes fan is like. Some guy who's talking about how they have power and size on the internet, and how they're convinced that they're the master race.
I'm sorry.
If they were ever to meet a Jewish MMA fighter in real time, or they would learn real quick that they are not the master race.
A few days ago, some wimp on Twitter posted a picture of his slim tricep, said this is what every white nationalist should look like. This is what everybody who follows Nick Fuentes should look like.
He is also a Holocaust denier who advocate race war and, I kid you not, burning women alive in America.
Somebody tagged me and I commented, he built like a chopstick, definitely not a threat. Some guy jumped in the thread named Ben. And he said he's willing to come meet me to defend Nick Fuentes' honor and come spar with me. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, whatever, come. No problem, bring the women from the picture too, and Nicholas Fuentes. We can all meet, I'll Venmo you some cash for the gas. For me, that's another troll talking shit online. To my surprise, he DM'd me, told me he's coming to town.
I'm surprised he found one who was actually willing to fight. Every Nick Fuentes fan or every white nationalist I've seen on Twitter has been the biggest loser like you could possibly imagine. Like people who look like they haven't been outside in their entire lives.
And he would love to take me up on the offer. All of a sudden, it wasn't as mean-spirited as it was prior. It's all about respect. Respect, bro. He's my sparring partner for today.
You got a waiver?
Waiver is good. It's signed. Everything's good.
Ready to go.
Yeah, I saw one of his posts come across Twitter. It was like critical of somebody who associates himself with America first and the political values that I value.
We all know that Israel controls the right wing. We all know that Jews run the world. We all know that they are not Christian. We all know they hate God.
As a defender of that, and as a former martial arts experience trained person myself, I just thought it'd be fun to come spar.
Who's Nicholas Fuentes? Tell me.
So Nick Fuentes is the leader of America First.
I fucking hate women, like I just do. It's not a joke.
It's a political movement based on furthering Christian values in the United States.
We started talking on Twitter, right?
Yeah, no, I was just messing around. Yeah.
Oh, you were messing around?
Yeah, and I'm not an able person. I love everybody.
First impression of seeing Ben in the gym. Why were you talking shit?
He folded so fast, dude. He couldn't defend his political ideals for a second. You see him playing with his fingers there. He's nervous. Like, I was just kidding. I was just joking around. Sure you were, Ben. Sorry, go ahead, Carlos.
I don't know if what I'm about to say is woke enough to say, so I'm just going to hold it.
Okay.
Were you defending Nicholas Fuentes?
Well, I think because of what he says is right. I mean, you can layer that behind a mask.
He denies the Holocaust.
I think it's more revisionist. So, not all aspects of it.
Like what?
Whether it be like numbers that might, have been different over the years. Just
How much do you think will kill?
I don't know off the top of my head.
He's explicitly praised Hitler.
You don't know?
I honestly don't know.
Can I give you a clue?
I mean, they say 6 million.
He says Jewish people should not be allowed to participate in the U.S. government.
The 6 million number, it puts more faces to the names. Because a lot of people know people who are Jewish.
There are faces to the names.
That is true, yes.
Basically, we're having something like Taliban rule in America in a good way.
Nick Fuentes' honor is on the line. We talked enough. I think let's start sparring. That's what he came for. He drove all the way. Let's go to the cage. So apparently our good my little brother.
This guy's awesome. This guy's name is Chris the Action Man Curtis. He's an awesome fighter. He's done a couple of these where he's like beat up random guys who come into the gym who are like talking trash to him on Twitter. One of the nicest guys in the UFC. So shout out to him. But I'm ready for this fight. These freaking Nick Fuentes people, like you can tell there's nothing behind their arguments. It's all just being edgy online, basically. That's their whole ideology.
Here.
Plus,
Got a troll. I hate trolls. Just make sure after this you post the time. You post the DM. I want to see how honest we're being.
Well, I'm with all respect. It's all respect. Well, I'm taking as many rounds as we feel like. I am primarily a striker. I said I did karate, taekwondo, mixed with it for 8 years. I got my black belt. I've never done a 5-minute round before, but play UFC 4 a lot. That's awesome.
What's up, bud? Hey, how you doing? You sparring?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you sign a waiver?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you did? Okay, perfect.
It's all good. You know, Twitter isn't real life, but hey, we're in real life now, and, you know, it'll be fun, you know?
You know, he's just a kid, probably a dumb kid. Not gonna hurt him too bad, but, you know, lesson has to be taught here about trolling. Education is painful sometimes.
He hasn't watched film on me. I have striking, I have power, I have the size.
It's a classic case of fuck around and find out.
he's right at the intersection. You fuck around too much, you increase your chances of finding out. Don't fuck around with Nick Fuentes, or you're bound to find out eventually. Sorry, I'm going to slow it down here so I can analyze this guy's technique. So far, he's awful. He's herky-jerky. He's reaching for this guy. And obviously, I'm not a striker. I'm a wrestler. But you're supposed to have your feet planted and keep your feet underneath you so that you can move, so that you can use footwork to get out of the way of punches. If you're rushing in and leaning forward, it leaves you off balance, susceptible to a takedown or a big punch. I wish I could have seen what happened there. They didn't get it on camera. Looks like he just pretty easily reversed the guy's momentum because Buddy was charging straight at him.
Come on, buddy! Let him out. Go, Ben! Go, Ben!
That's called an arm triangle choke. The way you're supposed to defend it is by a technique that we call answering the phone, where you basically put your hand up here like you're answering the phone, and you can use this arm to push that guy's arm away and make it so the blood can still flow to your brain and you don't get choked unconscious. This guy who just said he was a Taekwondo black belt or whatever, or an experienced martial artist, had no idea how to defend it. Full of shit, just like you would expect from a white nationalist Nick Fuentes fan. You hear Chris Curtis in the background go, "Keep going." He wants this guy to take some elbows.
I'm covered. I'm covered. What? I'm covered. Get him! Get him! Hey! Make him squeal! Make him squeal! No! Oh!
That knee had to hurt bad, and he could have kneed him in the face. He's actually being very nice right now. That guy was bent over, begging to get Anderson Silva Muay Thai plum kneed in the face, but this guy kneed him in the body and took him down. You know what this reminds me of? Did anyone ever watch Bully Beatdown with Jason Mayhem Miller? They would just find these guys who were D-bags. And it was super scripted, but they would find these jerks and have them fight real MMA fighters. This is like a real unscripted version of Bully Beatdown.
Hey, you got 90 to target.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd, all my teammates rooting for me.
Heavy on the body, Nathan. Do it again. Let's go, Ben. Come on, Ben. 40 seconds. Give him a big belly. Give him a big belly. Rikishi.
Little bit. Come on, finish it.
Oh, sorry. Keep going. No, sorry. Shut up. Sorry. What the fuck you mean sorry? Shut up. Get up. Get up. Oh, no. Oh, no.
This is a life lesson for this man. This should be like under socialism. Every Nick Fuentes fan should have to have this experience. They should all have to get in the octagon with a Jewish MMA fighter. And then after they get their asses whooped like this, we'll ask them, do you still think you're the master race, buddy?
We can also put him with, what's her name? The Irish, Patty. Patty's sister.
Patty Pimblett. Or Conor
That's-
McGregor.
The sister, the woman.
Oh, yeah. It's not his sister, but Molly McCann.
Molly. Okay, I thought for some reason that was his sister. They're always together, but
They're friends, yeah.
yeah, we can get him in the ring with Molly, and see, all that sexism where it goes after that.
Yes, I love it. Great idea. Instead of the gulag, we have the octagon. Yes, this is the kind of re-education these people need. This is, if people, act like re-education is the worst thing ever. This is re-education in action.
5 seconds, finish him.
He's really giving it to him now.
One more round.
And then purposely didn't finish it.
Okay. I think it was a real deal coming in. 6 million Jews were killed in the Holocaust.
Murdered.
Murdered in the Holocaust.
Okay, that's good. Now, fuck Nick.
Oh my God, that's so base. They got him to take back his political views. Oh my gosh. Should make him commit to never listening to Nick Fuentes again.
Nick Fuentes.
Nick, I failed. I know you're not a striker or wrestler, but if you'd like to come,
You got a big mouth, though. He came in, he was like, oh, I'm not a hateful person. I was just trolling online. Like, okay, so you're not a neo-Nazi, but you're still a troll. One lesson in life. This
I
one
need to
wasn't
be
that
more well
painful.
researched. That's true.
This one wasn't that painful.
This one was not that painful.
The next one will be twice as painful.
Hey, I just got you a couple of shots.
A few moments later.
This is why I tell people to join wrestling. I just feel like it's good to get beat up sometimes and realize that you're not the toughest guy in the room. Some people on Twitter just have too much confidence.
There's a couple of guys talking shit on Twitter about Jews. So we told them to come to spar and they showed up, and let's have fun.
I wanted to come down here, see what's up. Saw it get his ass kicked, but that's fine. Everybody gotta learn. I'm not defending Nick Fuentes, I'm defending my friend's honor.
This one looks like it's going to be even worse. This guy's not messing around. That was a hard jab. Oh, yeah, this guy's not messing around like the other guy was. He's clocking him. Oh my God.
I got fucked up. I got my shit kicked out of me.
Yeah.
Pretty good though. Oh, I fucking didn't see it coming like that.
Did he say, I don't fucked up?
That was pretty
Is that
fun.
what he said? Or did I mishear?
What? I think
Oh
I got
my
fucked
God.
up. I think it's what he said.
Oh, I thought he said, I don't fucked up.
Oh, that guy was not like the other guy was hitting him soft on the feet, which is the dude Ben was like, I got you with a few punches. Like, yeah, because he wasn't trying, bro. And maybe that set this guy off. He's like, I'm just gonna knock this fool out. Like, he was not nice about it. Usually when these guys fight trolls, they'll go a little bit lighter, but there's a few videos like this where guys just get pieced up. Dominic Cruz, the UFC bantamweight champ, did that once. Deontay Wilder did that once too. Some guy was talking shit about his family, and he invited him to the gym and just crushed the dude.
So, good experience. Given this experience, do you think you got to maybe reevaluate your friendships with some people?
Maybe. Online friendships are online friendships. I was enjoyed a lot. I like it. And don't talk shit about Jews, baby.
So that was a little bit of comedic relief there. I mean, what a great video, though. Those guys learned a life lesson. That's why you should join wrestling, folks. You'll get the racism beat right out of you.